was 12 years old, my father got a job at a nickel mine in Cuba. It was 1952. The open-air company theater showed Hollywood films. Many were about Latin America. Some were even about Cuba. The Cuba in the movies wasn't the Cuba where I lived. This film was a look at that other Latin America, the place in the movies. It's still there, at the movies, in our schoolrooms, on our TV sets, in our heads.
A thousand hands would like to burden pictures with propaganda. They shall not. Others would like to bring this great entertainment of yours under stifling and artificial domination. That you will not permit. You want entertainment, wholesome, interesting, and vital. This the motion picture industry is pledged to provide.
South of the border, down Mexico way, that's where I fell in love when stars above came out to play. And now as I wander, my thoughts ever stray south of the border, down Mexico way.
I got the facts right at my fingertips. Completed in 1597, Morro Castle stands grimly guarding the beautiful harbor of Havana, with its history of piratical plundering, slave traders, and buccaneers. Sounds like a Cecil B. DeMille script.
This isn't a country. A cemetery with a train running through it. A train without a track.
Oh, Johnny, this place isn't so bad. In fact, it's bursting with golden opportunity. Virgin territory, new fields to conquer, and two gladiators riding toward the horizon with swords upraised.
Ma'am, you're very welcome here. We're very glad you're come. We hope to be very much in love with you, and you'll be much in love with us.
Thank you.
His name Mahi. You want him?
What about his family?
Oh, they're glad to lose, boy. Make plenty.
To let the neighborhood gets this rundown.
Oh, no, Popeye. It just got that way by being old.
A long ways to their gods.
Let's get going, folks. Phew, some climb.
In this buried city of forgotten pomps and glories, the Carnegie Institution of Washington, through an arrangement with the government of Mexico, has been carrying on extensive excavations and rebuilding during the past 8 years. And scores of Maya laborers, working under scientific direction, have brought to light the glories of this forgotten race.
Many of the Indians Cortés found were living in small villages, much like this one. From the Indians, the Spaniards learned about maize, or corn, and other crops that the Indians were growing. From the Spaniards, the Indians received Christianity.
¿Cómo está, padre?
Hola, niñas.
Buenos días, padre.
Nos llenan de placer los corazones. Nada nos inquieta, nada. Si aprendimos a decir qué pasa. Desde abril en primavera nos queda la alegría hasta el invierno. Toda la semana habrá que encontrar la dicha y el placer sin fin en Costa Rica. No hay en la vida mejor para hacerse.
I want you to meet Juanita, Conchita, Pepita, and Rosita.
President Hoover arrives at the Pan American Union building, where representatives of 21 Latin American nations have gathered to celebrate the first Pan American Day.
Got any coffee on you?
In the latter part of 1928, I had the privilege of visiting 11 countries of Latin America. That visit made a deep and lasting impression upon me.
And only you could treat me as if you were a grandpa. I'm not a little girl, Senor Dan. I'm a woman.
Well, you're a little all right. Cute. And you're kind of cute in a way.
I think she's too beautiful. Besides, you don't need money here. Look at this setup. In New York, when you want a hat, you go into a store and buy it. Out here, you get it from a tree. And when you're hungry here, you don't need money. You just pick your food from a tree. This is the Garden of Eden, my boy.
Yes, centavos, por favor. Gracias, señor. Gracias.
I've got a mission, it's just a simple thing. I've only one ambition, to have the right to bring you your coffee in the morning and kisses in the night.
It took me 5 years to get a foothold here. I started with 20 acres and 4 men. Nearly forgot the English language in that time. I was 19 years old. My irrigation moats, built by men who'd never seen one in their lives. I had 100 men by that time. Used to lose 2 or 3 a week. Headhunters.
I've got a mission, it's just a simple thing. I've only one ambition, to have the right to bring you your coffee in the morning and kisses in the night. It's my desire to do as I am told, to have what you require and never have it cold, dear. Your coffee in the morning and kisses in the night.
You are not eating your breakfast, senor.
I'm not hungry.
Staying in town?
Just tonight. Going to the plantation in the morning.
Any chance of me going?
No, I'd like to take you along, honey, but the plantation's no place for a woman. Pretty bad down there, you know.
The heat, the dirt, food's no good. Be much better off in jail.
How'd you happen to get stuck in this place?
Well, you wouldn't believe it to look at me.
I'm coming from nowhere illegally. I'm on my way to nowhere equally illegally.
Chorus girl?
No, I do especially.
You want me to go, don't you?
Yes, I want you to go.
Here.
You've got the wrong idea about me, mister. That's not going to buy you anything.
I don't have to buy anything. But you need a ticket out of here.
You usually get there one way or another.
Try it with a ticket this time.
Here's enough to take you a long way. And the further you go, the better I like it.
I was getting you a ticket on the plane this afternoon. It leaves at 4.
You're going right back to town on the next train.
I don't need your money.
I'm staying here.
No, you're not. Get in that boat.
No.
You're on that boat tomorrow.
Why don't you stop shoving me around? I'll leave town when I get good and ready.
You're ready right now.
I'll go home when I get good and ready. You don't seem to tumble that things have changed around here. I'm giving the orders now, not you.
Mister, the stork that brought you must have been a vulture.
Sugar is the greatest industry of the Cuban Republic, and a visit to its vast sugarcane fields will afford moments of rare interest. Hundreds of thousands of Cubans are concerned directly or indirectly with the production or marketing of this commodity. Oxen are still used to till the fields and haul the cane to railroad cars. During 1940, 1,174,369 tons were exported to the United States alone. At Havana's door, there are...
Now, wait a minute. When you asked me to go sightseeing, you really meant it, didn't you?
I thought it was a pretty drive, but what would you rather see?
Well, I understand there are countless bars and numberless nightclubs in Havana.
This seeding operation provides a fine job for women, that is, for St. Croix women. When these baskets are filled with chunks of sugar cane, they weigh a lot more than the funny little hats women in other communities not infrequently complain about as being too heavy for their heads. But quite seriously, many expert authorities contend that there are few ways a woman can so quickly and so definitely improve her carriage and figure as by carrying things on her head. Don't rush, ladies. There's a serious unemployment problem in St. Croix, too, you know. Payday is carnival time. St. Croix natives, mostly Negroes, are the happy-go-lucky sort, but remarkably responsive to the educational influences which have been set up to teach them the value of thrift and thought for the future.
Jose? John?
John.
Chico.
Chico.
Sam?
Sam.
And Christopher.
Muchas gracias, señor. Lady, you can't make money paying your help for half a day they don't work.
This is Fiesta Day. Fiesta de Santo Tomas. They'll be dancing in the streets this afternoon and fireworks tonight.
What's going on?
This is the annual village fiesta. Once each year, the peons get together and drink and dance.
Seems to worry while they're all so happy is very clear. Every day siesta, every night fiesta. I think I'm gonna like it here. All this lovely scenery, and there's more to it than greenery. You know a chance for romance is always near.
To Patria, the land of milk and money.
Boots, Tia. Boots. Boots. Another boot. Pants, Tia. Pants.
Either you stop wearing these foolish pants or you get somebody else to pull them off for you. Poor old Tia can't get on her knees anymore.
Poor Tia.
Look at you. Thin like a rail. And no wonder, with all that worry that goes on in that pretty head of yours. The more pity I don't have the brains to worry for you.
Hey, Lopez! Get those Bezarks off this fiesta!
Vámonos, muchacho. Jose, Ricardo, get your crew started. Remember, we got to be in the dock by noon. Si, senor.
Maria Dorita! Hurry!
Lopez!
Yes, senor boss.
Christopher, Jose, Pedro, get this thing out of the way.
Hey, si, senor. Hold out that irrigation is getting that condition. Find out where it's clogged up and clean it out.
Ah, si, senor.
Jose! Ricardo!
Si, senor.
Hey, come on!
Si, senor.
And Rob and not Calvin. Guns are one.
All right, si, senor.
Look, Jocko, you got things all tangled up. I'm the one who tells people what to do around here. They don't tell me. Now, when you take us to Rosario, then you'll get your dough when I'm ready to pay it to you. Understand?
Si, senor.
Mm-hmm. Wait here.
Viejo. ¿Qué mal está eso?
My idea of running a banana farm is exactly the same as my father's. He pioneered this industry with a sole idea of giving more and better employment to the native laborers. What has happened is a result of misplaced confidence and a lack of a steady market for our fruit. We can't spend money we haven't got, Mr. McLeod.
Have you ever thought about having one of the big companies like Tropic come in?
Now,
And for dinner, see what Mother has for dessert. Banana gingerbread shortcake. Just another of the many tempting ways in which this nutritious fruit can be prepared. So now that you've seen where bananas come from before they reach your table, our journey to Maanaland is ended. We hope you enjoyed the trip. We know you like bananas.
Just because I don't like the fruit company, they think I am a revolutionist, huh?
We have been friendly with your country. Our people were well paid for their work and they were prosperous and happy. All at once they change. What's the reason? They listen to propaganda which teaches them unrest and rebellion. And now they always lie idle and there is misery and want. You might blame me if I'm bitter. No, I can't.
Will you have some more coffee, senor?
Thank you.
This, senor, is a coffee plantation. We have in our warehouse many thousand sacks of coffee prepared for export. For 3 weeks now there is northbound no ship. And we are afraid of bandits who rob the planters of their crops.
Si, senor. If they steal our crops, we will have no money to pay the banks. Then I will lose this plantation.
Join El Vengador for liberty and justice. Bosh! Well, I'm glad they didn't find your money, Joe. How many bandits were there?
Maybe a dozen or more, but it looked like 1,000.
Any idea which way they went?
I followed them toward the hills until I lost them.
Fellow by the name of Santini. Santini? Oh, he is the most bad of them all, senor.
This bandit Lobo is a cruel, cunning devil. Here, there's a photograph of him.
Lobo. You! What is your name?
Emiliano Zapata.
This is what we do. We make things so bad, they can't move a banana off the plantation. Then maybe perhaps they get tired, and they move away. Then we get our land back again, huh? See, Rosario.
This is the chance we've been waiting for. If we can smash that column, we'll have our revolution underway in 24 hours. Then we'll really start making money. Maybe, yes. She's a good idea, I think.
Civil war, death, and destruction. A once peaceful city terrorized. And President Machado is taking determined steps to crush the incipient revolt. Meanwhile, at the United States Embassy, cooler minds wait for news of what America may do.
Secretary, what are the United States' aims in foreign policy today?
To remove the causes of friction before they have become serious.
Why don't you cook up a war or something? I'll sign on as bombardier. Nothing as exciting as that, my friend. My next job is dusting a banana grove with lime. Killing bugs instead of people.
Read the cable.
Girls delightful in Cuba, stop. Could send you prose poems about scenery, but don't feel right spending your money. Stop. There is no war in Cuba. Signed, Wheeler. Any answer?
Yes, dear Wheeler, you provide the prose poems. I'll provide the war.
That's fine, Mr. King.
Yes, I rather like myself. Send it right away.
Finally, the battleship Maine steams to Havana to protect American lives and American interests in Cuban sugar plantations. February 15th, 1898, a frightful explosion sinks the Maine in Havana Harbor.
I heard the explosion.
Well, this case is over. Let's come around some night, sample some of your chili.
Better be careful. Maybe too hot for you.
We're taking immediate action, and the Mexican government is offering its full cooperation. We know the foreign agents are trying to start a revolution in Palermo to gain control of the American oil concessions.
Did you say Palermo?
Yes, here's a map of the island. It's one of the most important oil-producing countries in that area.
It is extremely important that we send someone to contact Garcia.
And it must be done at once, Mr. President.
Have you someone in mind?
Yes, sir.
What we want is a man like you to bolster it up. Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, Colonel Wagner has suggested you for an important and hazardous duty.
Yes, sir.
A great deal will depend upon your success.
The fruit company needs you and you need the company. And Nick, I need you.
Do you think you could get through? Huh? I'd like to see anyone stop me. Bueno.
I think you picked the right man, Colonel.
Your instructions. I'll take care of your baggage. The boat leaves within the hour.
What are you doing down here?
Why, I'm on my way to La Boca to take charge of our mine.
You? Ah, don't give me that. But that's a man's job.
Yeah, that's why my uncle sent me down. You see, there's a crooked manager up there, and I gotta put him where he belongs.
What are we headed for? The tropics. Why? Nobody knows. I know why. To protect big business, that's why. Big business keeps us guys busy. Maybe you're right. I know I'm right. What's his name has interests in Huertas. Who's this comes along and makes a yell? Then what do you call him, butts in? And the next thing you know, the Marines are landed. I guess you're right. I know I'm right. I was down there in 1910.
How are the hometown boys?
Oh, they're good soldiers.
And the weather?
Well, not bad if you don't mind sleeping raw.
Don't the mosquitoes bother you?
No, not since we got our new anti-aircraft guns.
How about the bandits?
Well, I'm afraid that's one situation the Marines haven't got well in hand.
Well, I'll have to do something about that.
Well, where are the bandits? I see. You're just like all the rest of the men when they first come down here. You think this country's a joke. This isn't war. This is worse than war. We're not only fighting bandits, we're fighting ants, mosquitoes, swamps, jungles, fevers, malaria, all other kinds of pestilence. We sent a detachment out into the jungle, never comes back.
Los bandidos atacaron la hacienda de Ramón, quemaron la casa y se llevaron todo el café. What? Los bandidos se llevaron todo el café y quemaron la casa de Ramón.
I don't understand you.
Oh, pues no tengo tiempo de pararme.
No, gente. Men they come from the town. They are setting fire to the houses.
Keep the kids here.
Keep the men here. Fire a shot if you need me. I'll be at the dam.
Hable usted a la señorita, pronto. Pronto, que es muy urgente.
Señorita Margarita.
Señorita, señorita, ahí viene el bandido Santini por el camino de Managua.
¿Santini?
Sí, señorita, ahí viene con todos los bandidos.
marabunta. Soldier ants. Billions and billions of them on the march. For generations they stay in their anthills. And then for no reason they start to move, gathering up others as they go, until they become a flood of destruction.
How do you stop them?
You don't. Just get out of their way.
Take out that furniture in front of the door. Let's get out of here. That's out of sight.
The soldier's coming! The soldier!
Sit still, please. Everyone stay where you are.
Hello. How do you do?
Where's Rodriguez? He's supposed to have Rosario here.
Well, Rosario is here, senor.
Nicaragua, South America. General Sandino, heading a band of rebel forces, swoops down and captures the town of Pedro Cabasa, where many American citizens are living. We find General Sandino leaning against the wall, just outside his headquarters. He is smoking a long black cigarette as his first lieutenant, Blandon, approaches.
My general.
Well, Blandon, you have captured the Americanos, eh?
Yes, my general. Hey, God, bring in the Gringo. See. Go, do it.
Hey, what's the idea? What's this all about?
My friend, have you not heard of the execution?
Execution? Why, you can't do this to us. We're American citizens.
I tell you, you can't do this.
Fire! Stop! Oh, my...
But the general's victory was short-lived. Marines rushing to the town in planes bombed the rebel forces, capturing the city and routing the insurgents. The World in Review program, the newsreel of the air, has just brought you memorable scenes from the news of the week. What will happen in the next few days, no one knows. But you may be assured that the World in Review will gather important events of international interest and will reenact them for you, vividly realistic, in this new kind of reporting the news.
Lieutenant Workus, how long were you stationed with the Marines in Haiti before going to La Gonave?
I was out on the mainland of Haiti for over 5 years, patrolling and assigned to various other posts.
Fighting bandits?
Fighting bandits and doing other things.
Indeed. Any hostile demonstrations of any sort?
Well, at first, naturally, they were suspicious, as they are of all white people, wherever you go.
Doggone! Who are you?
I'm Lieutenant Rowan of the United States Army.
And what did you want here?
I wanted your father to help me find General Garcia. I have a message for him.
A message? From whom?
A message from the President of the United States.
Does that mean you bring aid for my people?
Briefly, the problem is this, gentlemen. The United States, from now on known as Blue, is at war with a slightly inferior nation known as Brown. Now, as Blue, we assume that we've dispatched our entire fleet. Commencing at each hour, troops will embark in small boats and proceed for the beach, just south of La Jolla, where the main landing will be made.
Here you are in the Cuban jungles with every chance of getting killed. All for the sake of a country you'd never seen until a few days ago. That doesn't seem to bother you a bit.
Well, I hadn't thought of it exactly in those terms. After all, I'm only doing a job.
Isn't it much more than just a job?
Maybe.
Let us unite in the one great endeavor of achieving an enduring peace with all the world. But let us not forget that the surest promise of that peace lies in our constant preparedness to meet all eventualities from without and to combat and destroy all subversive elements working from within.
Hello. Get me the United States headquarters at Managua. Quickly.
United States Marines headquarters, Sergeant Mulroney speaking.
Up. Wires are cut.
What will we do?
Don't worry. We'll get help somehow. Give me the casino and hurry. Hello. Hello.
With someone like you, a pal good and true, I'd like to leave it all behind and go and find some place that's known to God alone, just us fun to call our own. We'll find perfect peace where joys never cease, out there beneath the kindly sky. We'll build a sweet little nest somewhere in the west and let the rest of the world go by.
What we need down here is airplanes to bomb them and drag them out in the open. Well, there's a flock of airplanes came on in the boat with me. Good enough. It won't be long now. Come in. Come on, let's go.
Well, now, I thought the Marines were there to fight the bandits and the Haitian people. You seem to wanted to help them.
Well, I think that was a better way to do. By helping them, you could calm them down, and in that way, you could get more cooperation from them. You know?
I want is to take back what belongs to me and my friends. Then they arrest me.
Rosario, you do not have to stay in jail any longer. We are going to shoot you.
Maybe perhaps it is better this way. I was getting hungry.
Vámonos.
Lieutenant. General. You have a message for me?
Yes, sir. From the President of the United States.
Thank you. This message means the liberation of our people.
Bye, boys. Thanks a million. Okay, pal. We needed a workout. Call on us anytime. Okay. Goodbye, fellas. Goodbye.
Mexico, which has had a revolution or two in its time, is having another. The dancing senorita must share the stage with Miss America 1937 edition. Well, if this doesn't take Mexico's thoughts off politics, nothing will.
Royal reception indeed for Nicaragua's ruler, similar to the one that will greet the King and Queen of England in June. Senor Somoza seeks financial aid and a Nicaraguan canal for mutual defense. And Mr. Roosevelt showing him, with flying fortresses and a big army parade, that Uncle Sam's all set to protect good neighbors in the Americas. No wonder Senor Somoza looks pleased. A significant salute to Pan-American unity.
See, Johnny and I have been partners for some time now. He does most of the work, and I furnish most of the money.
Well, that seems fair enough.
Oh, yes, it's worked into a very pleasant partnership in every way.
sonando el cumbanchero, bongo cero que se va, bongo cero que se va. Y suena así el tambor, piriquitín, bum 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 va. Y vuelve a repicar, piriquitín, bum 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 va. A cumba 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 cumbanchero, a bongo 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 cero, chiquiti que va sonando el cumbanchero, bongo cero que se va, bongo cero que se va. ¡Yeah! Cero que se va.
Home again. 22 Marine planes arrive in Washington after 5 years in Nicaragua. Next, a cheer from San Diego, California, as a boatload of leathernecks gets in. 1927, these boys have been chasing bandits through the heat and death of the Nicaraguan jungles, including that arch-rebel Augustin Sandino.
Withdrawal was very orderly. We left the country, as far as we know, in good condition and hope it remains so.
Down Mexico way.
That's where I fell in love with stars looking at.
But if we ever need him again, he'll be back.
He's in the mountains.
Yesterday, you were my good friend. Today, you are just my friend. Tomorrow,